You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got your 2-week spoilers. These run from December 25th all the way through January 5th, 2024. We are just past Christmas, headed into the new year, and I can't even believe 2024 is here already. I have a lot of stuff to unpack for you, and I'm excited to deliver these 2-week spoilers. If you haven't, though, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. So you already know by now that on Monday, December 25th, there was no new episode of Bold and the Beautiful. We had CBS sports coverage instead, which is fine. We were probably all eating and opening gifts, however you choose to celebrate. But on Tuesday, December 26th, we have a brand new episode, and there is some Eric stuff, but there's some stuff that's not Eric related, not RJ related, not Luna related, and that has me really happy. So on Tuesday, we are going to see Steffy back to things she has done before, which is cornering Hope Logan to grill her about Thomas Forrester. And this is not just some casual conversation. Nope. It is a confrontation. Steffy wants to know if Hope is in love with Thomas Forrester or not. This is back to kind of the conversation they had several months ago when Steffy first found out that Hope was doing the deed with Thomas, and she basically accused her of putting him at risk and, talked about how much he had redeemed himself and all of this. So I think this is going to be more of the same. Also on Tuesday, Brooke and Ridge are worried about what is next for Eric Forrester. He woke up from his coma. He said, "Merry Christmas." It looks like the cancer treatment is working. So really, it should be up to Eric what's next. But I think they're worried about the road that lies ahead and his continued recovery, and that's understandable. Wednesday, December 27th, has Finn telling Ridge that Eric Forrester is making great progress and he's pleased about it. Of course, Ridge has been a negative Nelly for all of this process, cutting family members out of the decisions. He's been so frustrating, and I just hope he's going to do better now that Eric has pulled through, but I don't have a lot of faith in the way Ridge is acting. This Thorsten Kaye version of Ridge is so different than the Ron Moss version of Ridge, and for my money is much less likable. Also midweek, we have Steffy again lambasting Hope and says, "Do not play with my brother's feelings. He could spiral out. He could get obsessed again. You could literally ruin his life." That's the kind of language that Steffy has for her former stepsister, and she's not wrong. I think we all know that. Thursday, December 28th, we have Thomas not very happy with his sister Steffy. I don't know if he's going to walk in on the conversation with Hope or if Hope's just going to tell him what went down. But Thomas isn't happy, and Finn is on hand, and of course he sides with Steffy. I just hope Finn isn't parroting some of that nonsense that he was saying before that basically sounded like Liam was coming out of his mouth. But Thomas doesn't want Steffy rocking the boat. He is enjoying what he has with Hope. I think he knows Hope is falling for him, and he just wants Steffy to butt out and just leave them to it. But I don't think she's going to be able to. Xander Avant is back on Thursday, the 28th, and he is shocked that his new doctor, Dr. John Finnegan, is connected to the Forresters by marriage. Friday, December 29th, it is a rerun. They are taking Friday off. I don't know why. It's very strange, but they are. So they're going to replay a good episode, though. It's the one where there were 2 episodes during Italy, the end of one where Liam saw Hope and Thomas kissing, and then I think at the beginning of the next one, they replayed him seeing them kissing, and then he ran into Steffy and he kissed her. So it's going to be that second one that happened June 23rd, 2023, and it shows how far we've come from June to Hope grabbing Thomas for a kiss to now at Christmas, and they are in a full-fledged relationship. She's falling for him. Kind of interesting. All right, for the second week, the week of January 1st through 5th, it does look like after the rerun on Friday, there should be a new episode slated for Monday, New Year's Day. At least right now, I'm not seeing any CBS sports coverage scheduled It is showing up on TV Guide and all the cable guides as a new episode. I hope it stays that way and they don't surprise us with a preemption, because sometimes things look like they're showing up as new and then bam, you get a preemption. So we shall see. And if it is a rerun or a preemption, then we'll be 4 days between new Bold and Beautiful episodes. And of course, in that first week of January, we are going to have more on Xander Avant's return. And of course, this could spell trouble for Thomas and Hope. If you don't remember, because it's been like 4 years since he left, Xander is the cousin of Maya Avant. Remember, she was the trans woman that was once married to Rick Forrester. And we haven't seen Xander, I think, since like August of 2019. Back then, he was dating Zoe Buckingham, Paris Buckingham's sister, and that was back when their father, Reese Buckingham, had just stolen baby Beth Spencer. He told Hope that her baby was stillborn. He swapped babies, and then he basically had Wyatt's fiance, she wasn't his fiance then, but felony Flo Fulton, pretended to be the birth mother, and they essentially sold the baby to Steffy with Taylor helping out in this private adoption. So Zoe and Xander both knew that Steffy had adopted Hope's baby after it was stolen from her, and both of them kept that secret for quite a while before some other people, including Thomas Forrester, found out. To be fair, Thomas absolutely leveraged and threatened Xander and demanded that he keep the secret. In the end, Xander left town to go back to London without ever coming clean to Hope and telling her her baby was alive. After the truth came out, Xander did come back to LA, and he and Zoe faced the music, but Ridge fired him for helping to cover up the theft of Hope's baby. So now Xander's back, and he seems to have some sort of medical issue that requires a new doctor. We'll find out more when he's back on the 28th and into the week of January 1st through 5th. Finn is his doctor, and of course he's going to be upset to find out that Finn's tied to the Forresters because Xander is persona non grata around them. This also has me wondering, just by the way, Finn seems to have this shifting medical expertise. Remember when he met Steffy during her motorcycle accident? He was a trauma doctor working in the ER, and then that was also seemed to be true when Thomas collapsed and was brought into the ER during the Hope mannequin phase. But then Finn wound up doing the surgery that saved him, but that should have been a brain surgeon. Finn you're not an ER trauma doctor and also a brain surgeon. It's a very particular expertise. And then just recently, he was treating Eric's cancer, and now he's Xander's doctor. So like Eric's diagnosis, Finn's method and expertise in doctoring seems to be vague and constantly shifting. And again, this is one more thing that I don't like when the bold writers do, because they think we're morons and we don't notice things or we don't understand things. So we'll find out more about what's going on with Xander the week of January 1st. I'm mystified why they are bringing him back when we have got so many other storylines that need to be told, but they're bringing Xander back out of nowhere. This is just, it's so frustrating, these choices that Brad Bell is making when he has good material on hand that they are back burnering for Luna and RJ and now the return of Xander. I like Adain Bradley, glad he's back, but this is just random to bring him back. So we'll see. We should see more of Thomas and Hope next week. And I just wonder if Xander is going to approach Hope and unload on her about how can she be with Thomas, you know, after he was involved with the baby Beth lie, yada, yada, yada. So I hope he doesn't take the shine off her love for Thomas. But then if Liam and Finn and nobody else has, that probably won't happen either. All right, that's everything. Hey, please click subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely drop your comments on what you're excited to see these 2 weeks, and come back soon, because we are here, as always, talking Bold and the Beautiful 7 days a week. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.